Hey guys, Scene here. Not necessarily the coach of your Lightning Lantern, but I am. And just going to be bringing a little bit of an update video to you guys here, and I'm sort of going to try and multitask. I know Ben did an update video like this, and he multitasked quite well actually, given all of that. Well, we're queuing up for Battle Factory anyways. I had a lot of points to talk about, and at this point you guys will have seen my NCL semifinals match, so I think we should start with NCL. I started NCL back in January of this year, I believe late January of 2018, and it's now mid-September, so the league's been alive for 8 months. Ooh, got a match. This looks like, I don't even know what this is supposed to be, like OU versus OU, but like bad OU? I'm really not sure. I'm just gonna play like it's a fun game, but yeah, is he gonna lane T-Tran? I guess it doesn't matter. So I don't need the timer on. Yeah, NCL's been a lot of fun, and I'm really happy that I've been able to play it. Oh, clean, dude. Nice magic out there, bud. Don't need to do that when I can leave storm you. So it's all a fun time. In comes the topic. Perfect. I'm getting so distracted, and of course I missed a leaf storm. I forgot what I was talking about. Oh yeah, NCL's been around for about 8 months. We're just about to finish up 2 seasons, which I think is really cool. I'm a big fan of all the guys in the league, and looking forward to see who wins between Austin and Ben. As you guys probably know by now, I did get knocked out, so I'm not in the playoffs anymore. That's not somewhere where I can be because I got knocked out in the semis. A little bit disappointed about that, but I will have a... He's got no earthquake switching. He's just gonna stay on Naga. He's faster. Perfect. Season recap's going to be coming for that once finals are finished, so that's coming up quickly. And I've sort of jump-started Season 3 to an extent. I did have a timeline planned out, and we're probably going to stick to the timeline of October 19th is when I want to start drafting for that. So I'm keeping that in mind, a little bit at least, just in concern with how I'm planning the rest of my time out for the rest of my life, which I think generally is a good idea, so that's sort of what I'm going for. Yeah, so Season 3, planning on starting the draft October 19th, so you guys should start seeing content for that mid-October, I would guess, like mid-October. Yeah, otherwise we're looking at off-season tournament there as well, that I'm very looking forward to. I'm actually extremely looking forward to the off-season tournament. I think it's going to be a blast. We're doing Battle Factory, and I'm probably going to upload that. I figure why the hell not, right? +2. I wonder if HP Fire is going to kill this thing. Probably doesn't. It's pretty easy to switch to the Altaria though. So just like I'm doing here. Ooh, that was a good prediction with the Ice Punch. I figured Leech was coming out. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking, is that it's going to end up being a lot like what you're seeing now here. And I just want to replay the music because I love this music. This is actually, I'll link this in the description, of course, but it is Nimbasa City remix, which is really cool because obviously the league is named after the Nimbasa City League. And I'm really struggling to get through my points by multitasking here, but I wanted to sort of reach out to my viewers that aren't spectators in the league already. I am going to open it up to spectators a little bit more this season because I'm sort of trying to... the thing is, we're expanding this season, so I think that that's going to be really fun. Nice try with the CQ webs there, bud. Sash, that's good. That's good. Sash is good. And my Coco's dead. That's great. I don't know what to do. Bumpy's worthless here. But what's his removal option? I guess Scizor? I mean, like, I guess I can get up whoops against him. It's really not a problem. He's got like one turn of time left, right? Yeah, so I'm just going to drop a permanent invite link in the description of this video. It'll be the first thing that you see. That's an invite link to the NCL because, like I said, I'm opening this up to spectators. Various rules within the server that you need to follow, and if you end up breaking any of those, or you see this and we already have a bad history, then I'm probably just going to kick you. And that's not necessarily due to anything in particular. It's just that if I don't like you already, then I have a good feeling that the rest of the people in the server won't like you, and I'm not one to not cater to my best friends. So yeah, like, don't think that I'm just trying to be a dick about this, because I'm not. If you're a tool, then you're a tool, you know, and that's just how it is. So that is that's that, and that's pretty much all I had to talk about NCL. Again, season 3, I'm not entirely sold on what I'm going to do here in terms of the off-season tournament. But I will definitely. Okay, so he's just sexy here. Good play. Yeah, so I'm not, like I said, I'm not entirely sold on whether or not I'm going to. I wonder if New York games to play. Probably not. Or defog stuff. Yeah, just gonna U-turn on me. So again, I'm not entirely sold on the fact that I'm gonna upload the Battle Factory off-season stuff. I think I probably won't. I'll just leave it as is. And yeah, that should be enough for. Oh, he's bulk up. Very interesting. That should be enough to talk about NCL. I have a lot of points, and I'm going really slowly because I'm multitasking. But I didn't want you guys to just not see anything. So that's my plan. My plan's here. I'm just gonna keep body slamming until I get the para. What's this useful for? Switching into Greninja, I guess. I want the para here. Give me my para. Hello? Why are you faster than me all of a sudden? Oh, he was faster than me every single turn. Oof. Alright, well, double move blast should be able to do the trick here. What else? Oh, PTL. PTL was my next point. PTL, really loving PTL, honestly. Everyone is fantastic in that league, and it's just a fun place to be, really. We got week 5 coming up after I'm recording this. We're playing Brett and Macargo Brett Aviv. Brett's a cool dude. I've talked to him a few times now, actually, and I like his gumption. Like me, some of his gumption there. He's a pretty neat guy. He's actually just gonna bullet punch me twice. I'm just replaying this music because I don't have a better music, and I didn't want to use glitch again because I feel like glitch sort of makes people not want to listen to me because it's so good, and I use it in every single video. PTL is going strong. PTL is definitely a huge commitment, and I'm glad that I did it because I love the longer leagues. And I actually really like that there's less opportunities for, maybe I shouldn't say opportunities, but there's less option for people to be tools because you don't have the rematches, which is something that's like quite interesting considering how I've run NCL in the past. But NCL Season 3, there won't be any rematches until potentially, I mean, you're looking at potential like playoff rematches for NCL there. Z-move Greninja, that's very interesting. Very, very interesting. So obviously I can't Dark Pulse, I mean, forever, dude. Skull's probably my best bet here. I should knock. Oh, I knocked off his leftovers already. And I burnt him. Alright then. I'm actually just gonna wish. Okay, nice U-turn. So that's PTL, 15 weeks total, and we're heading into week 5. So the only awkward thing with PTL is how the weeks are structured. I'm not the biggest fan of having. Oh, he is actually special Coco. How come my Coco wasn't special? Very strange. Very strange indeed. And at this point, I'm just gonna sacrifice her. Coco's gonna die. It's annoying. Put in a position where I have to wish protect here, I think. So looking forward to PTL and continuing with that. I love the league, and again, I love the people. So that's fun times. Besides that, we have Wailord, which is heading into playoffs now. You guys won't have seen Wailord for like 2 weeks, but we do have the playoffs going on there. Oh, I flinched on the wish turn that I was going to do. That's really annoying. Don't flinch me to death, dude. Hello? Yeah, so Wailord's going to playoffs. Looking to pick up my second title there, actually. I think I can go really hard in Wailord and potentially win the championship. Looking at the competition in NCL, I'm really scared about how Season 3 is going to go, and I really think that this was, like, kind of my season, if that makes any sense. And I may have, like, choked it, but I don't know if I did or not. We'll sort of see there. It's kind of up in the air still. But yeah, it's looking promising. I hope... Oh, he crit me. What a douche. I have to protect you, I think. That's Wailord. Sprague Grail, which you guys won't have seen at all, but you may have seen on Jed's channel. Sprague Grail is a Little Cup league that Mapston's running, and I'm actually doing quite well there. I picked up a team. I ended up going... I picked up the team 0-2, and I ended up going 4-1 with the team to finish the regular season 4-3, since there was a point where we ended up having to cut the season short, is essentially what it came down to. And so we just sort of like moved into playoffs, or Mapston decided to just move into playoffs, which I was okay with personally. I think it's perfectly fine with all of that stuff, and Sprague Grail is moving quite nicely. So I ended up winning my round of 16 match, and then I won my quarterfinals match, and we're heading into the semifinals against either Jed or... Oh, he just crit me. Did he just win? Bro, that crit sucks. Unless he misses Hydro. No, he hit. Damn. Oh well, that feels like my NCL game today. What is this slow tier? So, Sprague Grail is going strong, and I just wanted to briefly touch on Sprague Grail because I might have a shot here as well. My team is really strong. I ended up picking up a team with Archon and Abra on it, which is like absolutely insane to me. And so I'm looking for that to continue, hopefully really well. And yeah, make a finals run at the very least. I'm guaranteed 3rd place, so another trophy for my trophy case, and maybe if there's enough interest from you guys, then I can sort of build a doc maybe about my trophy case and sort of talk about that, because I do have, I actually just started making a trophy case for myself, and I think that it's going to be kind of fun potentially to look through and sort of see what's going on there. So yeah, we'll see about that. LET, which is a league you guys may remember from way back. We're all the way into Season 3 now. I've participated in every single season, and I'm loving every single minute of it as well. It's just such a great place, honestly. I just love LET. I love all the guys. I'm a mod there now. I've been a mod there actually since the beginning-ish, I think. And I just love everything to do with LET, really. It's such a great place to be. And it's sort of like an inviting environment, if that makes sense. So I do love all of it. I love the Wi-Fi aspect too. Wi-Fi is really fun, and that is a league that I'm probably never going to upload again, potentially. But never say never, I guess, is also another way of saying that. It's not that I didn't want to upload this season, because I actually did, and we're doing very in-depth sort of stuff with that recently, but why am I Mold Breaker Rocky Helmet so silly? So I did want to upload that league, but I realized I had 4 upload leagues going at the same time, and it really made no sense to do that at all. Yeah, so I don't know. LET, I may or may not continue to upload that as we go along. I just don't want to put a lot of pressure on TJ to get the videos out like as soon as possible. Red is finishing soon, and that is worthy to note, really, because Red is somewhere where I'm actually still doing quite well. You guys will have seen week 10 tomorrow, or maybe I'll upload maybe I'll upload this tomorrow so that you guys will have seen week 10 by then, I guess. I don't really know how to put that, but like you guys will have seen week 10 either today or tomorrow, depending on sort of what you have going on in your life and what you've seen and what you haven't. Nice hyper voice, dude. So Red, again, it's finishing soon-ish, depending on if we make playoffs or not. Okay, so yeah, actually this is forfeit, that's crazy. Depending on if we make playoffs or not, top 2 get guaranteed promotion spots, and then 3 to 6 play in playoffs. Wow, I got Mono Stealing against Mono Dragon. That's absolutely insane. What's his delayed answer? Next on my list, LET Red, Mount Silver. My good friend Jay runs a league called Mount Silver that I'm also mod in, and Mount Silver is starting soon. Jay's shown me the draft order, and I'm not a big fan of the draft order. I don't upload Mount Silver. I did compete in the last 2 seasons of Mount Silver. I actually competed in season 2 entirely of my own free will, and then season 3 I was not going to rejoin, and someone ended up dropping like right after the draft, and I picked up their team and basically played the entire season out. So I did play both seasons, and I sort of took the second one really nonchalantly, and I just ended up not either having a lot of confidence in what the team was, or just sort of like working around just working around that. Okay, what is with me in getting crit today? I don't understand. Anyways, that's sort of what I'm looking at in Mount Silver. I'm definitely not going to be uploading Mount Silver. It's just not really a league that I would upload for. Mostly because I have so many other leagues that I upload for, but just sort of keep you guys up to date on all the leagues and stuff. So, including all of that, at the moment, with NCL finished, I'm in 5 leagues, but Wailord and Sproggrail are both in playoffs, and Red only has 3 more weeks of the regular season left, and then potential playoffs. So, I'm actually going to be really like crunching down on leagues for a little bit, or at least reducing. I know at one point I was at 9, and I haven't been that. This is actually just a really loud mix. I didn't realize it until now. So I haven't been at that point for a while, but this dude's totally got flamethrower. 100% he's flamethrower. 1,000,000%. Bro. Oh, okay. Which actually caught my Jirachi switch in. Which sucks, because I can't touch this thing with Jirachi. Fire Blast, of course. Spikes would be really nice against him, but I just have to go for the Thunder, I think. Oh, he's a Dark type. I'm a dummy. I'm an absolute dummy. I just have to sack Roblong, I think. Lucky's got a lot of usefulness left in it, so. So, anyways, that's what's going on. Do I even live this Fire Blast? I probably don't. I'm talking about the game. That's Mount Silver. I did live on 1. It's insane. I have one other league that I wanted to talk about, and this is kind of a big one. I have no idea what's going on with this. Absolutely zero idea. But it could be kind of fun if it does end up happening. I actually just lose, so I'm just going to quit because I lose to this Hydra. I applied for NPL, and I'm not as fancy as Obi, and I didn't do it. I didn't do it in a video, but I did apply, and kind of worthy to note, really, just because it's like a really big league, and I wasn't exactly sure how I wanted to handle that, if I was going to apply or not, but I think that I could make minors and do well in minors, just based on how I've sort of performed in Red against like tougher competition, because I do feel like Red is probably the peak of competition in the leagues that I'm in, or maybe PTL at this point. If I was in a higher division in PTL, it might be a little bit better to put on my resume, but yeah, so I think NPL is something that's realistic and I could pull off potentially. We'll see if I get the invite into their tournament, because they do a tournament to get into the spots, so I'm not entirely sure about what would happen there. Am I actually fast? Oh, it's a speed time. Perfect. So I get the slow U-turn. So NPL will be fun to find out about. Obviously, NPL's an upload required league, so I may be back up to 4 upload leagues at that point. Oh, another thing to talk about with Waylord. I think I'm going to upload this, but we're doing EA Mons, and Waylord may transition into more of a tournament-based platform rather than a full league. But Jed came up with this amazing idea for EA Mons, where you basically purchase what you're going to use on. You purchase what you're going to have as your like abilities and like extra moves, and you can purchase items and stuff. Goodness gracious, sorry. So that'd be kind of fun to do, and we'll see how that plays out after playoffs is. And I guess I kind of wanted to talk about life a little bit as well, because it's been coming up on like a big sort of anniversary-ish time for me, kind of. And I kind of wanted to touch on that a little bit, just because it's kind of big, and maybe just an update on how I've like transitioned through my life, which is something kind of neat as well. So here's the thing. My girlfriend and I broke up about a year ago, actually, and we were together for 5 years, and so that was kind of a big change in my life, if I can call it a change. I mean, it was probably the most important relationship I had in the world, and it was sort of just like gone instantly. So I'm sort of moving past that still, and I'm not necessarily over her, if I wanted to talk about that. But I'm just doing the best that I can and moving on as best as I can as well. I'm not sure exactly what else I want to talk about there. I do have a full-time job now after I've graduated university. I graduated university about 3 months ago. I actually had the ceremony, and about 5 months ago actually like stopped taking classes because we were done. So that's all pretty lovely, if you ask me, because I've been big fan of leaving for a while now. But it's definitely a big step in my life, moving into full-time work, and I'm not necessarily doing the best job that I could, but I'm trying really hard, and you know, I didn't start that long ago, so I'm also the newcomer, if you will, and that sort of gives me a little bit of hope for how my career can go and all of that good stuff. So that is my career and stuff like that, and life in terms of all of that good stuff. Get out of my face, Shaman. Next up is new series. So yes, I did have a few things to talk about series-wise. So I do have a new series that's definitely going to happen with my good buddy Jed, who you guys might remember, Bionic Soup. He does a ton of draft leagues with me, and he's also in yeah, he's basically in almost every single draft league that I am, which is crazy, but he is. And dude's pretty good. And I saw Battle Factory here, and Monotype Random Battles. I love doing Monotype Random Battles with some other friends, and so that is basically what I'm going to be doing with Jed. I think we're going to end up recording that together at some point. Maybe I'll bug him tomorrow to maybe start doing that, because I did want to like work on thumbnails and stuff for that, but I think that's maybe something I can figure out later. Yeah, so that's going to be a new series with Jed going up probably fairly periodically. I generally sort of backlog most of my videos that you guys may have seen. Like NCL and Waylord, I just put up the same day. I just upload them the same day. And then PTL has an upload schedule, so you see Thursday Team Builders, Friday Battles, and Red. I kind of have just... I used to do the sort of like just do it same day, but Red, I've transitioned into a Saturday Team Builder, Sunday Battle, so that you guys get at least one video a day from me, Thursday through Sunday. And so I'm thinking maybe like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I'd have a video with Jed and a video with another new series that I want to start, and I guess I'll talk about that now. I've wanted to do this one for a little while now, not a super long time, but I've come up with a ton of ideas for this one, and I'm looking at these ideas and trying to figure out which one would work best. And I think I came up with one that should be good, and that's sort of what I'm looking at now. And so I'm gonna ask you guys for a little bit of help because it definitely makes the most sense. Excuse me. Definitely makes the most sense for me to be asking for help in terms of this one, just with the workload that it's going to require. But I have this new series where I want to compare the value of Mons, most likely in the draft league format, but sort of just like the value of Mons using different metrics and their similarities to sort of see what would entice someone to pick one Mon over another. And the first episode I want to do in this is Nidoqueen and Nidoking. So it's going to be a very edit-intensive series for me, which is cool because I've always wanted to learn editing, and I think that it's a good idea for me to learn. So I'm looking forward to that, but I do want to sort of get feedback, and I also want help, which is the big thing, actually. I really want help on this, so I'm asking you guys for replays. I want your replays showcasing Nidoqueen at its best and showcasing Nidoking at its best, and shoot me some replays of Nidoqueen or Nidoking at their worst as well, maybe sort of like a matchup that you brought it and it did nothing and there was no way it was ever going to do anything. I know I'm a huge fan of Nidoking, and I've used both of them multiple times now, and I'm not the biggest fan of Nidoqueen anymore. That might just be me, but it might also not just be me. So that is essentially what I was making the update video for in the first place. And oh, Z Rotom, very interesting, very interesting. But yeah, that's a Will-O-Wisp on my Quagsire. Okay, dude. Okay, dude. I wish I had Toxic for the Florges, but I don't. So that's the big series, and the big updates is my series with Jed and the replay. I wanted to ask you guys for replays, and also the other thing was NPL and keeping you guys updated about NPL, the National Pokeball League. It's a big league, relatively speaking, and I would love to be a part of it. Personally, I think it's going to be kind of a unique aspect that I may not be able to see too often, which would be kind of cool. Nice bigger league that isn't, reliant on having a community anymore, because there was sort of a falling out and the community sort of split ways and gone in a bunch of different paths. And definitely, if you guys want me to do discussion topics, then I can do that too. I know I ended up starting that Google series, and the Google Docs for Dummies, I guess is, I can't exactly remember what I called it actually anymore. But that was a fun series, and I just didn't know enough to do the advanced videos yet, and I haven't really learned that much more to say that I could do an advanced series. Jed's been teaching me a little bit of stuff, but it hasn't necessarily been everything. Synthesis Fortress, really not Wish. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. So, yeah, Wish and Synthesis, that's insane. What do you need? Protect? Oh, Deblade, yeah, you're dying, dude. Does Future Sight come in first? Yeah, it does. So, that was the update. Again, NCL Season 3 coming in October. I'm really excited about that. I've basically got the entire doc finished, and I'm just going to leave it on this because this is my last point, but I have the entire doc finished for NCL Season 3, and again, don't forget to join the server through the link that I'm going to put in the description. That's going to be it for me, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this update video, a little bit more relaxing video than I normally do, and actually it's extremely long. I was not expecting it to be this long, but I did have a lot that I wanted to talk about, so yeah, there you go.